Oh yeah, you can see. You can see if it's how you want it before I start. 'Cause I think that's kind of super important with today's style.
Yeah, because so based on what you saw in the video, that's too bad, right? I guess because
No, the main thing is just making sure it's actually centered. Long as long as we got that part how you want it, the rest is kind of easy.
fresh.
Let me discard this post I was about to make. But yeah, I'm learning that a lot. These people are kind of okay. All right, they're up. That's all I had to do.
All
I
right.
know it took like 2 seconds.
No, that's good content.
Yeah, because I like our conversation, so I feel like that's one of those things that more people should hear about. Do you like your part?
As long as it's in the center, you know what I'm saying. So that's the only thing that I need. Last time it was a little off center, but everything else was tight. That was the only thing that stood outside about last time. And with this one, they being my just the two braids.
Does that look center to you?
This
You want to change anything?
this looks
You want to part
almost.
yourself?
It's like just
You want it more which way?
a little bit this way more. Yeah, let's
You
see.
want to start it yourself and then I'll clean it up?
Well, go ahead and find the middle of my nose because this dot is over to my right. You know what I'm saying? And that shoot, that crawling up. Yeah, yeah. Now we're in business.
So you like where that is?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. These braids. You know, starting on this. It's like today is officially the last uh, the last third of the year. You know what I'm saying? We start the last 4 month period today, August 1st. And with how good you do braids, I have these things for 2 of the months. But
They last that long?
nah, yeah, even last time it was like it was kind of like I decided to take them down. You know what I'm saying? I started like going to the sauna and stuff.
Yeah, I've noticed that too. Just like my hair, you said it looked good today, and I was like, well, I was thinking about taking them out. They've been up for a long time. But since you didn't actively know that, you're like, oh, it looks great.
Yeah,
I might just touch them up and keep them. But I almost took it out today.
yeah, that's I'd say the mark of a professional or a master at the craft. You know, because and especially after like putting the wave cap. I'm so mad. I thought I even had the wave cap in my car or whatnot, but it's like at the crib. I was like, dude, like the do rag. This thing that
You
was in
can
my
let it breathe for a little while, unless you just don't like it uncovered at work.
well, I do. I guess I'll let it breathe for the ride home, but I do like to keep it under wraps because I feel like if I keep it under wraps for the next 24 hours,
Oh, it helps it like lock in.
like lock in, like solidified, especially after putting the foam on it or whatnot. But yeah, since now you did give me a recommendation about things to use on the scalp or whatnot, but I kind of didn't like how it was like blue, like bled blue or whatnot or purplish or whatnot.
Really?
Yeah, and when I would sweat, it was like that's something for like until I sweat that out. I guess like the first few weeks or whatnot, the first week or so. But how does
I've never heard anyone say that before. I wonder why.
nah, it was a trip. It was kind of like it wasn't like oh, what's up? But it's definitely like where the blue come from.
I don't know what that could have. There's no color to it though. That's
Yeah, so I must have some wild chemical reactions, but
There's something in your sweat having a reaction, because sometimes if the pH or something can react with certain products and stuff that create colors, which that's how like they have color changing like stuff. Some stuff changes with temperature, some stuff changes with pH. Even like flowers. So with plants, if you put coffee grinds in them, sometimes just by changing the pH of the soil, it can actually change the color of a bloom.
Wow. Yeah, no, that's cool. Finding the, kind of like how, like our micro.
Whoa. Somebody else wants their hair done. That went flying. That's usually what happens when somebody else wants it. They're just like, whoa.
See, because our micro environment is a lot like the macro nature environment, and the concept of biomimicry. That's what that reminds me of. How you saying how you explained the coffee grind thing. And yesterday I was in a shop. Uh, I was hooping out with my boy in Franklin. This place called Lifetime Fitness.
Mhm.
This thing is like the ultimate gym. It's like Globo Gym. There's a reason why they keep it out there tucked at $250 a month. You
Oh,
know what
wow.
I'm saying? And but they got everything from like a restaurant, active massage people on site.
I'm about to find somebody to let me be their guest for the day.
No, yeah, if you can, like, if you can, that's what I was a guest. You know what I'm saying? I was like, this is an experience. If I lived closer to it, I would definitely be in. But for $250 a month, it's kind of steep. But
Right.
I would say that the benefits of the environment, and then who's in the environment, that can, if you're in the right business, you can find ways to maneuver there.
Oh yeah, lots of great networking and everything else.
Yeah, so we ended up getting going to a Kangen water place, and like, you familiar with Kangen water?
No.
So Kangen water is like pH, uh, like balanced water, and it goes through all these filters that are like the Kangen filter specially is to mimic different processes that you would find in the wild,
Mhm.
such as like an aquifer or things going through.
Like going through the rock and then
Yeah.
the dirt and like all the charcoal and all the different layers, and how like a natural spring is
Yes.
essentially established.
Exactly. Yeah. And then they did one like with copper too. So there's one with copper.
That's good because it leaves micro traces of copper in the water, so it's infusing it.
Yeah. And this thing that they use out there is called like a dynamizer, something like that. And that was like, he's like, there's not even many in America, but that's the real ticket to where it really goes through and takes your water to the next level. And one of the most salient points I got out of the convo was about like how our skin absorbs uh, like liquids at a rate of 5 times than we would if we drank it. You know what I'm saying? So like this goes for like bath water, and because have you ever heard of like hydrogen bath bombs?
No, but no, I haven't. But I do actually think about stuff like that, and I actually do put some of the teas and stuff that I drink directly on my skin.
Yeah.
For that same purpose.
Yeah, I had no idea how much better. I guess this is our biggest organ, but like
yeah,
the
literally.
fact that it can absorb at that rate is pretty wild. And
but that's why, like with the lotions and stuff that I make, I'm really big on the type of oils and all that stuff. Even with the stuff that's in my yard with me gardening, I'm holistic. I don't have anything that's gonna cause like danger, even from using like diatomaceous earth on my plants versus like around my house versus using a bug company or using anything like that, because to me that's not the business I'm into. So I think about all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, these different like waters, and then as when he was talking about the water, he brought up this process of absorption that takes place, and or it's a four-step process in which like all elements are like taken in with our body and whatnot,
Mhm.
and it's like absorption, like a like absorption, metabolism. Well, first it's absorbed, and then it's broken down metabolically, and then it is dispersed to like where things need to go in the body,
Mhm.
and then it's excreted after that. And like this is like just kind of like the process of how our body goes through, filtering things in, and like while they were saying the hydrogen water and the hydrogen bath bombs are so important is because like hydrogen is the base element. Its atomic mass is one. It's the center of that periodic table, if you will. And being able to, H2O already has hydrogen in it.
Yeah.
But when you can actually infuse it with more fresh hydrogen, because it has a quicker half life. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It can't just be up for too long. I mean, it'll disperse if you like let it sit, even in glass or something like that. But
Yeah.
so they got these
Yeah. The
glass,
sunlight.
yeah, and different ways to interact with it. So they got these like glass jars that you can like infuse with uh, these different elements, and it's pretty crazy seeing like how that actually interacts. And I drank some, and you don't know about placebo sometimes. Like maybe I got some placebo in here, but like
You'd be amazed.
I will say, I was like, hey, I declare this water is clear and easy to drink. What about?
Yeah, temperature can have an effect. The container that the actual water in can change the way it tastes. There's a lot of factors into that. And with the hydrogen, that's one of the reasons why I always switch with hydrogen. I switch with hydrogen peroxide with essential peppermint oil every day. I don't use mouthwash. Mouthwash actually causes people's blood pressure to raise. It can cause gum recession.
Oh, wow.
It's really bad for the microbiome of the mouth, which affects the gut because it's all connected.
It's like nuking shit when you do that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So that's why I don't use mouthwash. All I use is hydrogen peroxide and a little bit of peppermint oil. But according to the dentist, you're supposed to dilute it 1/3 hydrogen peroxide. Yeah, 1/3 hydrogen peroxide to 2/3 water, or at least half and half if you're using the standard peroxide from the store. I personally prefer leaving it full strength. I don't recommend it to anyone.
Oh wow.
But for myself, I use it full strength with a little bit of peppermint oil, and at least once a week I use a soft toothbrush all the time, but then I'll use like a little bit of baking soda mixed into my toothpaste. And that actually is a good way to keep the tartar off your teeth and to brighten your teeth. But yeah, I think about all that kind of stuff. I just not always talk about it.
Yeah, them.
And then you have to think about people who swallow it, and then they want to get mad at you because they got sick. When common sense says do not swallow that. But that's why I always say this is entertainment purposes only. This is what I do, but
dang,
not for you to do.
Not swallowing the hydrogen.
You would be amazed.
Yeah.
Yeah, people aren't always the brightest. Do you like the way that one's sitting? Or would you rather it sit like lower, or?
I do like cause I like how it's coming back more towards the center because I feel like this one was more on the side of my head. I like that this one is back towards the center. That's why I was originally trying to get done. So I do kind of like that. Yeah, as long as you can, because I know when we work with my hair and there'd be spaces and whatnot, but being able to like comb it together so that maybe it doesn't look so much like that. Cause I know it'll fill up even after being like in my hair, but like even being after being in my hair for a while. But is it like a comb or like
Oh,
a?
so you really just have the regular braids? You don't want the parts?
I know because these are called stitch braids, right?
Yeah.
So the stitch braids they work like that, and so when I get this edged up, and this will fill in a little bit more. I guess what I was
But I don't have to braid that way. I can just braid like. Let me show you over here, which I probably should have used less product, but I think I'm so trained on stitching it now. I automatically just kind of do it.
I know because I like the stitch is like what I like, and
Oh, okay.
like because I do like this or whatnot, and that's why I was like, because this was like I guess a day after I got it, because all that right there I do like that, and that's what this will look like too.
Yeah.
And I guess because on the top, I would like to make it look as cohesive as possible as I can at the top,
Yeah.
and I guess it'll come with because I know some well, like when I had it done before, they would like comb it to make sure that like this wasn't like fully spaced out here. But I just wanted to bring that up. You're the master, and like
So you
what
don't
you
want to show the
do.
lines in between?
Not so much like on the top, and like I boom look at that. But like I'm not mad at it having uh,
And I can always change stuff. I just have to figure out what you mean before I do it.
oh yeah, I mean it's pretty much like
That's what you were saying?
yeah, I love the evenness of like where it's like it's just all of this is matte, but then there'll be some stitching here because
Okay.
I am still gonna get it edged up or whatnot.
Next time, get that done first.
Okay, I should.
Yeah, because
Okay,
the
okay, okay.
clippers don't like product. I always tell people, I'm gonna tell all my guys, hey, go get your edge up first.
Oh.
Let them have clean hair.
Okay.
That way you're not tearing up the clippers because like it's really hard to get all that product out of the clippers. And usually sometimes they'll even wash the area that they're about to cut up. But that's still more work for them. So it's easier to do that first next time.
Or, cause I mean, shit, if it stays like this, I don't give a fuck. That shit is fresh. All of it looks kind
Yeah.
like cause it's not, I try to keep a line of it looking like at least like that. And,
Yeah, I mean, it could just stay like that too, because you don't mind hairspray and stuff, so that's just.
yeah, shit. Dang, yeah, cause I even, I was doing all the edge ups, like, cause all I'm doing is really putting a line, and sometimes I do the fade, kind of like how it was on that one picture, but, if it looks even like that, I'm not mad at that. Like
Yeah.
I like the natural look of even with the front of my hair too. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. I just wanted to make sure before, because like once the product sets, then it gets really hard to work with. So I like to.
Okay.
That's why I keep asking all the questions ahead of time, because it's harder as I go back into it later. It becomes harder to change it.
Yeah.
And then it gets cakey.
Well, no, I love how this side looks like, and that's like pretty much what I'm going for. So yeah, match it on the other side, perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm about to go out to Virginia Beach.
Oh, that sounds fun. I've never been.
Yeah, I'm only going for the clips. Like, are you familiar with that rap duo?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they recently came out with an album.
Oh, the album release day?
Well, this is their first performance in like 16 years.
Oh, that's gonna be good.
They're from Virginia.
Yeah, they had that song "Grinding," right?
Yep.
I still love that song.
Nah, yeah, and they recently came back out amidst the state of the deteriorating state of hip hop right now.
Yeah, because right now it's all about sex, drugs, and being promiscuous.
Yeah, and but the worst part is the quality
Mm.
isn't there. And then what's happening with this recent rollout was a generation of kids that has actually been bereft of like quality rollout, quality music. They're witnessing what that shit is again. And they're like, oh, actually, we like this. This is good.
Yeah.
And like,
Now we get what our parents used to say when they're like, "This ain't real music.
yeah.
Let me play you some good music." Now you understand.
I mean, nah. I mean, I was just playing some funkadelic the other day because I took my folks to the African American Music Museum downtown,
Oh yeah, I took my girls there. They loved it.
and that song, like One Nation Under a Groove,
Mhm.
getting down just for the funk of it. I was like, oh my God, where is this at? I don't like nothing like this no more. And there are elements of it, but like that was the shit back then. And then being able to take them through, they enjoyed that. But I picked up like a whole bunch of real dope music from that era, from different eras, from the museum by going again. I went once by myself, and going again just helped me like just go get some more. Like you know who Grace Jones is?
Yes.
Like I had always known her for her model work
Mhm.
and her acting, but I had no idea she did music too.
A lot of people try to convince us that she was ugly.
Nah,
She's gorgeous.
yeah, and just a striking beauty, and
Her silhouette, everything.
yeah, multi-talented, and like, cause I'd heard that one song, it was like, "Pull up to my bumper,
I
baby."
used to love that song.
I did not even know it was her. I was like, "What?" I was like, "This is Grace Jones," and I told a few of my friends. I was like, "Y'all heard that song? Like, pull up to my bumper, baby." They're like, "Yeah, we know that song." I was like, "Did y'all know it was Grace Jones?"
And then
No,
and everyone's like, "No, there's no way."
yeah, nobody knew that. But you know, we were just getting at, you know, talking about quality music and dope stuff. And while I'm happy to see the clips come back around and actually, you know, take their craft and take pride in their craft and bring it to the new generation. Although some of their topics, you know, they've always been like pigeonholed into, they've only talked about, you know, drug dealing and things like that.
Mhm.
But
So are
they're
they acting more like Nas and Tupac now in their new music?
and interesting, you know, that and that upon the first play, I was kind of sad that I didn't catch that. But what they were really doing was being more introspective and vulnerable.
Mm.
What they did, they had dealt with death of both of their parents, their brothers, and they dealt with the death of their parents. And so they opened up the CD with like a semi somber note, but with the you know, the beautiful notes of John Legend coming in and being like singing the chorus.
So it's almost spiritual, soulful, with a gospel feel.
Yes, and then
Okay.
they
I've never heard any of this. I'm just taking all this based off of what you're telling me.
yeah, no, and you great iteration of it because that's pretty much what was taking place. And
Thank you.
they they also incorporate because Pharrell Williams is who
He's amazing.
yeah, he's the one who is like behind a lot of the music of the last, you know, 25 years that people tend to return to and enjoy.
Of course.
And he's been behind pretty much all of their music. So they got into the studio with him right now. He's currently over Louis Vuitton, and so they recorded all of this in a like Louis Vuitton workshop as you know people are stitching and you know making pieces in the background, and they're making their stuff. And what I love about the clips, they've always been able to bridge street knowledge with opulence, and but never was the quality and the timbre of the clips fully relegated in the streets or the opulence. It was always in their ability to tell the stories
Right.
and talk about it, and it's different than Nas. Like Nas is like full blown like storyteller. Like he's going
Exactly.
to talk direct to you. The clips, they are like almost mechanical with their ability to make the music. They're just so exact and refined, and they take a lot of reverence for what they create. And that deep reverence is kind of like what gets lost in the days of these rappers just coming in. Let me punch in. Let me punch in.
Right.
Like I'm getting my braids. Then I'm getting late. And after all that, I'm still getting paid. All right. Let me punch in. Let me punch in. Yeah, I got it made. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Or it's a sample
Yeah.
that's been overly used a million times.
Yeah.
Instead of coming off with something that's original or something that's authentic to them, or
Mhm.
something that aligns with what they actually believe or what they actually liked or what they've actually endured.
Yeah.
And that authenticity is what makes everyone return to Pharrell, because everything he does stems from a place of pain, a pace that, but making it into something beautiful,
Yeah.
which encouragement, and that's why a lot of the people, we always come back to him because he's relatable. He is himself, and he resonates with me because I'm just always myself. And a lot of times people are like, oh, well, you seem really philosophical today, but then on this day you seem kind of airheaded. I'm like, yeah, those are all my personalities. They're all part of who I actually am. It's more so conversationally based versus me trying to be liked or seen, or sometimes it's mood. And what a lot of people don't understand is when you've been around so many personalities, so many places, when you had to mask for so many years, when you get to a space of I don't care anymore, then all those sides still surface in different moments. Just like my accent, I have a very country accent by nature, but most people don't hear it unless I really get stressed or excited or tired. Then it's in the forefront.
Yeah, I think that there's a lot more connections between the external world and our internal world that we want to claim as our mind and our thoughts. But our brain is really just 85% water, and also carries electrical charges, and it's really more like a receiver. And I think that
It's definitely a receiver to the energy and the vibrations of the world.
Yeah, and there's like a parity between like brainstorming and thinking that takes place in the world, and you can see it on certain days when a lot of people are on the same frequency. Like when Kobe died,
Yeah.
like you could see that the weather had changed. Like the weather that day was somber, depressing. Like it was like as if something real had really just left this plane, and it was sad. You could tell that the world was sad. Like people were sad. Like, and then I felt a similar feeling to that. And like I said, I haven't really felt that a lot, but I felt that on the day that they said that the Epstein files were not coming out or nothing was in them. Like the day where they said nothing is in the Epstein files, like all the air out of the matrix kind of like puffed away, and I'm like, because people, we got so much horrible, so much horrible sentiment going around in the world right now. This is one thing where people are like, maybe if we get some of these bad people, maybe we can go back to some sense of normalcy. This is people's hope. People are like really just sad about the world a lot nowadays. And
it's a choice though. You choose how you feel. You choose what you ingest. You choose your environment. You choose who you let in, and you choose the way you react to events. And one of the things I try to tell everybody is emotions only last for 90 seconds. Anything longer than that, you're giving it energy. You're choosing that feeling. You're choosing to linger in that emotion.
I like that. That's good.
It's a fact. Like seriously. And that's why when I learned that and I started leaning into, okay, I'm gonna allow myself to feel these feelings and then I'm just gonna move accordingly once it passed.
Hmm.
I noticed I started getting over stuff a whole lot quicker. And I noticed like what my baseline emotion was and how I felt just in my own space and my own energy while sitting in silence. And so that way, when I'm around other people, I can figure out how they interact with my energy field, and based off of how they make me feel, I'll either give them more time or no time.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm gonna put that in my mental toolkit. You know, because you gotta have some things some certain philosophies ready to deploy, and that kind of helps people like navigate life. You know, when situations arise, when circumstances arise, planned or unplanned, and it's like being able to realize that like get like allot yourself that time to feel that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and even maybe even greater than 90 seconds to deal with it, sit in it, and analyze why is it so deep for you. But like,
Exactly. And
get
I do that too.
that time
But
limit is real. It's like yo, you got to move out of this. That's the best
the only thing
part
is
of it.
though is sometimes depending on what's going on, it can you can slip into rumination, and then that's when it becomes
Mm,
dangerous. So you have to distinguish between am I ruminating or am I reflecting?
mm,
Because in rumination, you're just replaying the same thing over and over again without ever trying to change anything. So that's what forms the insanity wheel. But
mm.
in reflection, you're like, okay, this happened. How did it make me feel? How could I become better from this? What did I learn from this experience? What was this? Why did I allow this to happen to me versus they did this to me? This is all their fault.
Mm.
I'm the victim.
Yeah, you gotta claim that power back.
Yes.
Mm.
And that's one of the things I noticed. Like people kept telling me, they're like, "Why do you always say everything's your fault? Do you think you're a bad person?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not a bad person, but it is my fault." And they're like, "How is it your fault?" Well, I knew that this person likes to be negative. I knew this person likes to bring up the past. I knew this person likes to cause me stress, but yet I chose to allow them in. So by allowing them in, it was my fault that they made me feel X, Y, Z by what they said. But
Mm.
they never. But you're in charge of your own feelings. But They just happen to trigger it.
Yeah, see it.
So
I like to hit people where they absorb and ingest things like content.
mm-hmm.
It's like remember Sinners?
Right.
Remember how you had to let that
You gotta let
vampire
them
in?
in. Exactly. I had to watch Sinners twice, and I'm ready to watch it a
Yeah,
third time because there's so many layers to that movie.
yeah, it was very good, very good.
Very deep, very true, very spiritual on so many planes. But most people will never get it.
Yeah, you know, and that's why I see people tapping at you know deeper conceptions nowadays. You know, there's a certain element of just like spectacle to the Kendrick and Drake situation, but I
Right.
think what it has done is turn people into more analytical, you know, because
Mm.
it's like a bunch of Drake fans, they just became Kendrick fans, and because you know, as and the symbolic element of being like a Drake fan as opposed to a Kendrick fan is like a party person compared to like a introspective person, and like
Right.
and Kendrick's like I can be a party person too. Let me dish you to a party song, you know what I'm saying? But
Exactly.
and then see people seeing that range, but also starting to look deeper for more content and meaning. And I think that that's good that Sinners also came out on the heels of this. That you
Mm-hmm.
know this clip rollout is coming out and been something that is balancing where it's like, look, just because we're conscious doesn't mean you got to be completely like straight lace or a Christian rapper or anything like that. Like,
Exactly.
you just got to be able to know a few more words than like just say
Just
some
a
words. You
few.
know, just give me some true sentiment. Don't lie to me. Don't cap. And
Mm-hmm.
you know, not to say that like a lot of rappers out here capping, but it's just like,
Some people are doing it for attention, and that's one of the things I do make sure. I'm learning to show more variations in my actual identity to people. I feel like in one retrospect, I'm more like, oh, I'm just this, but I'm not just that, and no one is. And I feel like the more you are intentional of your identity, and the more you actually know what you are, what you're not, what you will stand for, what you won't stand for, the better. And it's also good for people to say, oh, okay, well, you don't, because for instance, I don't smoke. I don't smoke anything. I don't like being around smoke. There's no smoking, vaping, or anything of that nature in my house. Near me, I don't like any of that. So I don't allow it. I don't drink, but I will still go karaoke. I will still go dance. I will still go be in the midst of the people who are doing it. And I don't care what they drink, but I don't want to drink it.
Yeah.
And I show people that you can still have a good time without drugs.
Boom.
It's because your happiness comes from you.
Yeah. And there's definitely not like, and I like that, people are, you may have some people like just try to, clown at first, but for the most part, people, it forces them to reflect, you know what I'm saying?
It does.
And look at like what they're doing, and I think right now in the economy, when the financial element really ain't matching up with doing all that either, people are starting to second guess a lot of these behaviors, this consumerism, and this
At its finest.
yeah, because we were set to be this consumer nation, and it
Gotta have
sucks.
the new Jordans when they drop.
Yeah, this shit was on
that
purpose.
mentality. Yeah, it keeps people playing small. It makes people broke. It makes people feel like in any society when they can make you feel like you're only as good as what you have, then that's how they win. Because how can you invest in stuff that actually makes you happier, healthier, like me, plants?
Yeah.
I will go. I know last month alone, I probably spent about $1,500 on plants and plants on dirt and gardening.
Growth. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Process,
can't even,
yeah.
with books and everything else. It's just like, but yet and still, I've spent no money on anything that most people would be like, well, why did you buy that? Or, girl, you should go buy this. This purse would make you happy. And I'm like, actually, it wouldn't.
Yeah, no, this,
even though sometimes I do want some of the stuff, but
yeah,
I just choose to do the other stuff that I know is going to be better.
It's a balance. And
It is.
Like, I like, there's a scholar, his name's Shaka Amos, and close to what your point or what you just said, he said when the acme of the axiology is the acquisition of an object, you're basically society is fucked, like, because it's
whoa. The acme of the acquisition. Okay, I want to hear the whole thing.
Well, yeah, when the acme of the axiology.
Axiology, okay.
Yeah, and axiology is just the study of value. Like how value is parsed out. So when the acme of the axiology is about the acquisition of an object, that's how you know you're in societal decline. And
wow, that's deep.
Yeah, and I mean, this is kind of like part and parcel about like what we do as a society.
When did he live? What?
Now he's still alive now.
Really?
Yeah, he's got he does like these very eloquent like 9-hour builds. Like he's very relatable. It looks like he reminds me of my Uncle Joe. Like when I see him talk. And
can you send me some of his stuff?
Okay, yes, I will. Yeah,
because I love people like that. That's deep.
Yeah, he's very good at being able to go in and diagnose like a problem of a subject. He has his flaws in his life.
Everyone does. No one's perfect.
Yeah, and that's why I could send him to somebody like you, and you see the value in it, because there'll be some people like, this is a long video. Why gotta look at this?
I watch videos of like 3 hours, or like TED Talks. Like I like all that kind of stuff. Yeah. But what I do is I don't really like to sit, so I'll just play it
as you garden.
As I garden, or as I clean up, or as I declutter, or as I'm anything in. I'll just have it as background noise, but I actively listen better when I'm doing stuff.
Yeah, no, That's how you got to do it, and
Multitask.
that's what I love to do as well. And because these things, sometimes I would prefer to be left with my thoughts. But when I'm like doing a process,
Mhm.
like with my hands especially, it's like let me get some auditory
Exactly.
value going on here to double up on this, you know. And one of my other things, you know, editing video, I normally have to, and that's why it's like this. You can't even put limits on the mind because normally I just listen to the video as I edit it, but now I've been able to listen to other things and the video as I edit, and it's like you just
Yes,
keep
that's
splitting.
awesome. Well, you can only hear the same video.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh my gosh, I think about that too. Like
Mhm.
sometimes when I'm doing my videos, I actually after I've watched it
'Cause
like
you
three
be
times, I already know my facial expressions and my
Mhm.
gestures, and they typically align with what I'm saying, so I can see what I'm saying through my energy, and so then I just mute what I'm actually saying, and I kind of go with it too.
Yeah.
But then I'll turn on the sound like at the last minute just to double check
Make
that I
sure.
didn't do something crazy.
Yeah, like let me make sure I got it all right because you know that video editing process is a mofo right there.
It is, and I really should invest more energy into editing. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'm just like I posted it. It's fine.
Raw. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I do that a lot too. I just like well, like this video is gonna be fully as is, untrimmed, anything because I want people to get the full thing, the full value, knowledge with the breaks, with the everything. Because I feel like it's one of those things when you truly have a good conversation, when you truly have like the energy shifts when you take out the spaces, the intentional pauses, the breaks.
Yeah.
A lot of people think everything has to have filler.
Gotta be quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or with the ahs, the ums, or whatever, because they're discomfortable with the silence. But silence is also speaking.
Yeah, and the fact, and this is in alignment with what you do. So as long as you keep on doing this, I would encourage you to not just post it on these social networks like Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, whichever ones you're using.
I do actually need to start posting them on LinkedIn, but I also need to start posting them on. I need to get a podcast channel and just have my hair videos be the podcast.
No, yeah, I was saying, yeah, because this little element, this 40-minute build, what we did there, as you braid my hair, like you call it the Braid My Hair podcast, and then like post it on YouTube.
I do have sections and within my channel I actually do have playlists. So on that playlist I do actually put just me doing hair. It's its own list.
Nice, yeah.
But I'm noticing like usually it's just the side profile, but I think now I'll actually for light production I actually need to start doing people's hair like this because people actually like looking at the face as it happens.
Yeah.
But which would mean I would have to change my setup for my actual workspace because I got a grab.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you creating the magic.
But some people don't want their face on camera, so I have to be more respectful to people's desire to be seen versus my need to be seen. I don't care if I'm seen or not.
No, I think you asked the right question, and if people want to be filmed, then let them be filmed. But if they don't, then they don't. So
right.
And then even because what I would recommend, because the audio here, your mics on both of these phones are up against a flat surface, so it's not gonna be the worst auditory quality, but it's not gonna be the best either.
Yeah, and I usually have them on a tripod. I just didn't bring it in today.
But even an external audio source,
oh, like with the little microphone close to me.
Not even a lapel mic like that, but maybe like an audio recorder. That something that will just have that. Like there's something called the Zoom H6. This is like what I used to capture. I used to capture like ambient noises when I'm doing something, or if we're talking in a room and I want the pressure of, microphones. I just put this over there. It's about the size of that, and it's got a mic on it.
You're going to have to just send me links to stuff because that is not my wheelhouse.
Okay, I got you Shaka Amos. I got you one of these Zoom H6s.
And I need to figure out how to store my stuff. I'm thinking about buying a Blu-ray rewritable something or another because
you need a hard drive.
I need external hard drive like a mug. Yeah. Like I needed it 4 months ago, because right now I'm paying $60 a month
for cloud
six,
storage.
for 6 terabytes, and I'm starting to run out of space.
Now that's a lot of space, but you can because what you need is solid state.
Because I want to keep
Memory.
everything as a library
Mm-hmm.
in its own stuff, and I thought about buying like a desktop. I thought about like I have the money, I can go buy everything today. I just don't know where to start.
Okay, yeah, I got you.
Because last time I bought some stuff and it was like I had the little external CD, SD driver with a 6 terabytes.
Did you drop it?
No, it's like this big, and it just took too long.
Yeah,
it took forever.
I mean, 6 terabytes is a lot of data. That's 6,000 gigabytes. You know what I'm saying? So like that is a lot of data. But being able to get more of these concurrent, like I just copped a 4 terabyte drive because it was on sale, and it's Samsung, and that's some of the best quality. Those are the only ones I use, so I'll send you that. And yeah, you being able to get, because what you don't want is a just external hard drive, like that's on the cheaper end, because solid state can withstand a drop, and it doesn't have a disk arm in it that's reading data, kind of like a vinyl.
Yeah.
But it tripped me out because I didn't know this at first, and like a few years ago, I was caught up making some content, and I was skipping my happy ass down the steps, and then and I lost my entire season of content, and that was traumatic for your boy, and so that's why I'm like, hey, it's
so burn 2 copies of everything I have.
Well, yeah, or just make sure it's on a solid state drive. It's called an SSD, and I'm gonna send you a link to it. Okay. That's what it's got to be. But no, this looks amazing.
Thank you.
Well done.
Hey, Eleanor.
Looking fresh. How's it look? We fresh in here? We fresh in here? Yeah, we fresh in here.
Oh, I could just let me see the back too.
Yeah. And let me see the back. Where's the
Oh, yeah, I need to clean this mirror. Or actually, this one's better.
There we go. Oh yeah, that's exact right there. That's what I'm talking about. And it's going in towards the center, that's what's up. That's what this hang time I'm talking about now. Gee, okay. Not because it is. I like it. It'll get the curling up later when be super fresh. But no, this was great. Well done. Thank you.
You're welcome. And you could put it in a bun technically. You know what? I just in my head I heard the song, and I can put it in a bun.
Like what? So like you talking about put the hang time in a bun?
It was a joke.
Okay.
No, you never heard the song? Yeah, it's literally it's old. It went viral a long time ago. My kids both liked it. It was like, yeah, it's like, look at my hang time. I got hair and clean underwear. Look at my hang time, and I can put it in a bun. Never heard that?
I don't exist on them.
It's old. Like my oldest child was, I want to say maybe 15 when it came out. My brain remembers music. Like anything that's musical, that's what I got. Like I may not know the words to a song, but I can tell you like I got the melody. I can usually tell you what instruments it is, but something like weird catchy. Like my brain is like, oh. Yeah.
No, that's fresh though. Yeah. Wow. I haven't been waiting for the breaks.
It's like a facelift too. To make you look younger.
Cool. I gotta take all this off now. But it's cool because I'm rocking it. I'm rocking it lower now, and I'm gonna take it down even lower than this, and it'll be the 5 o'clock shadow.
Why lower?
Deadly. Well, because like when I did have it more full, like in my cameras and my video and whatnot, it just became it just gets like you have to maintain it all the time. You gotta get to doing all
the
that
product and everything.
And I'm not mad at it. I got it and I do it, but like I like it closer to, especially for the summer. You know, just like keeping it closer to the face. Cause I only grew it out for the winter and whatnot. Mm-hmm. So yeah, but yeah, no. So what are you?
The usual.
Okay. Well, so like it was it like 75 or 80 or something?
Yeah, 80.
Oh, 80. Okay.
You put my money in the streets.
I know. It was like.
I was trying to keep it cute. All right, later, y'all. audience one too. All right, later, y'all.
Peace.